Hey guys, it's Mark and Jared coming to you from Creedmoor Sports. If you guys are ready for a precision reloading scale made by reloaders for reloaders, stay tuned. Jared, when I'm at home and I'm reloading and every single grain counts, tell me about the tool I need.
Well, when every single grain counts and you're measuring out to the 10th, I want a scale that measures out to 100th. And let me tell you why.
That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
It's 10 times more accurate. It's an order of magnitude more accurate than your typical scale. But you know, when you're measuring stuff and you have a quality measurement tool, it should always be 10 times more accurate than your least significant digit.
Okay.
Which means if you're weighing out to the 10th of a grain,
I gotta go to the 100.
you got to go to the 100th,
Okay.
man. Yeah. It's a big deal. Now, we got a lot of scales out there that'll go out to the 200ths of a grain. They're precision reloading scales.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first scale that we know of that truly measures to the 100th of a grain.
Right.
And there's a reason for that. We sent this thing to language school, didn't we?
We did. This scale is set up different than any other scale you've ever used. I'll let him use all the big words and explain it. But basically, this scale started its life out in grains and not grams. And it doesn't have to calculate in one language and then convert it over to what we're using in reloading, which is grains. And like you'll tell them, there's a lot of rounding errors when you do that, and you do get mistakes in your charges.
You do. It's not much usually, but it is noticeable. So if you're looking at a scale that measures out to 200ths of a grain, it's because that conversion between milligram to grain leaves you with a basically 0.0154, and that has to round that up or round that down, and it can cause some issues. So that's why they advertise those as 0.02 rather than a 0.01.
So that just means math is hard, even for a scale, right?
On occasion, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So this can really have some real world impacts. When you're out there shooting 2 miles, you're looking to shoot and squeeze the longest distance you can. It makes a difference when you're measuring and trying to be as accurate as you can. Most guys who use these type of scales, they get to the point where they're cutting grains sometimes.
Really are. Yeah.
Yeah. So along that, the scale is only as good as the way you calibrate it.
That's true.
So if you have some crappy calibration weights that you found in your grandpa's old toolbox, it's just not going to cut it for this type of scale.
They're not going to work.
No.
And that's why we sent 3 F1 class calibration weights with it. These are lab grade calibration weights. They're beautiful to look at. They'll last you a lifetime. And more importantly, they're calibrated at the low end, the middle, and the high end of where this scale is going to operate. And that always ensures that your scale is really calibrated in the area that you're going to be working in.
It's a big deal, Mark. You know, it really bugs me when I get a reloading scale and it comes with 2 50-gram calibration weights. You know where that equates to in grains? That's 771 grains per 50-gram weight. So if you use 2 of them, 100 grams, now at over 1,500 grams.
So you're reloading for artillery shells.
Pretty much, yeah. If you're looking at reloading for, well, my favorite cartridge, the 30 by 173. Yeah, that's what you might use. But most of the guys, we're out there, we're loading for, 223, we're loading for 22 Hornet. We might be loading some super light charges in a 38 wad cutter. Yeah, you need something that has a calibration point close to where you're going to be. That's how you're going to get the most accurate measurement there. And that's why we went ahead and chose to go with a 2 gram, a 10 gram, and a 50 gram to go ahead and really calibrate over that working distance. Yeah.
That way I can load one day for my 416 Barrett, be well over 100 grains, be completely calibrated. Then, like you said, load some real light 38 specials for the weekend at maybe 3.5 grains or whatever, and still have a super accurate load on the bottom end of that. Tell them about the powder pan, because it means a lot to me. The powder pan is important.
It is. The thing that frustrates me sometimes about powder pans in generals and scales is when you get up into those precision scales, a lot of times they don't send you a powder pan.
I know, they don't even send you one.
You usually got to rob one off your other scale and use it for this. And then a lot of times it's too small, especially when you're starting to get the big boy cartridges, the 416s and the 50s. So that's where we set out and said, you know what? If we're going to have a nice scale, we better have a darn good, nice powder pan to go with. And we went ahead and designed something that we think you're really going to like. It holds almost 200 grains of powder on average,
which is awesome.
Which is great. If you're like me, load for 338 Lapua, or you like to load for 416, that powder pan is going to work great for you. And there's more.
Well, the best thing about it, it's got a big tab on it where if you got big fat fingers like me or maybe this guy, you can get a hold of it and dump your powder and it's not going to get away from you. It's got the cool anodized color we put on it, and it's anti-static, so you're not going to have to fight powder being stuck in it all the time. It's
a really nice touch, and we really like to have the opportunity to add that to that scale.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we got for them this week, Mark. This scale is a big deal for us. We're really excited to bring it to you guys. Mark, take us out.
Guys, this scale is going to change the way you reload. You can't help but get more accurate reloads with this scale. Your powder is going to be just spot on. If you like the video, please subscribe. Please comment on it. Ring that notification bell. We're going to have more cool stuff coming your way, and you need to know about it.
And if you have a moment, go ahead and check us out at creedmoorsports.com. Like Mark said, we're under the gun. We're trying to bring you guys new products just about every week. So if you get a second, go ahead, browse the website. And then once you're done there, go ahead and shoot us an email at tech support at creedmoorsports.com. Any questions you might have, concerns, a dad joke or two, we love to hear from you. We love reading those emails and responding to them. Go ahead and check us out and send us an email. That's all I got for you this week, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.